Nerazzurri fans from all over the world, welcome to the Interglobe for this 5-1 derby celebration. What a derby! Last 5 derbies played, 12-1 for us is the score. And we're here still talking about who's better. I mean, 12-1, it's incredible. Soccer is beautiful also because of this, because there are some people that really think that despite this score, Milan can compete. It was just heaven, heaven, heaven. We approached the game with the right Squid Game mentality. Inzaghi was superb in this, and after a few minutes we scored this very nice goal with the play of Thuram on the right. Ciao just collapsed in front of him with no reason, but Thuram went on, crossed the ball, and then he went to Di Marco. Di Marco puts it in the middle, and Miki, pescador de area, that's how they call these players in Argentina, players that are very hungry in the penalty box and very agile and think fast, and that's what he did. He scored a wonderful goal. We went up 1-0, and Pioli had the courage to say, yes, but in the first 4 minutes, we handled the ball well. I mean, Pioli, are you kidding me? Pioli's on fire, ta 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 ta, Pioli's on fire. Like 70,000 people were chanting yesterday to, ironically, joke with him. Amazing. 1-0, then second goal was one of the best goals I've seen in a derby, I would say. One of the best in my life. Up there with Ronaldo's goal with this kind of lob over Rossi a few years ago. And it was a majestic play by Lauti with a key pass to Dumfries, then the cross that was actually very good because he had to go over Ciao, so it was not long, but Thuram didn't get it. But then he got the ball outside the penalty area, and one-on-one with Ciao, he destroyed him as usual. And then he had this shot with his right foot that finished like a few centimeters away from the post. I was watching the game with my brother. I didn't even celebrate. I just looked at him like, what? What did I just see? I mean, it was incredible, incredible. 2-0, fantastic. In between these two goals, Milan did have a few minutes in which they played better. They had the opportunity with Teo Hernandez, and then they scored with Leao. On that occasion, I would say that both Acerbi and Darmian were not impeccable. But then again, Miki, and intelligent play by Lauti, who passed the ball to him instead of shooting from the distance, and Miki puts it behind Magnan and in the net once again for a 3-1 that basically closes and puts the game to sleep and closes it. And after that, and after his goal, we had this ingenious, or I would say naive, or anyway, not intelligent play by Teo Hernandez, and a penalty for us. Chala scores as usual in the derbies, and for me it's double pleasure knowing his past. And then, after this first goal from Miki, after Thuram, after Miki again, and after Chala, even Frattesi gets glory. Again, assist from Miki, and a fantastic goal. What a game, and I have to say the Squid Game mentality that I saw yesterday was incredible, and this is merit for Inzaghi, our coach. Our amazing coach, I would say. Let's go to the players. Sommer, I have to give a 5.5 because honestly, on Leao's goal, he could have done a bit better. Yes, it was rainy. Yes, everything was slippery, but the shot was pretty central, so I think he could have done better. He did make a good save on Leao in the first half, but on the goal, I would have loved to see him reacting a bit better, because that's also his strong jacket. So it's a 5.5 for Sommer. Darmian, 6.5, solid performance. He had a couple of difficult opponents, so it was not an easy one for him. On the goal, he was not impeccable because he let Leao run behind him, and so that was not ideal. But on the 3-1 goal from Mkhitaryan, he had a key pass because he changed from one flank to the other, and he launched Lauti, who then gave the ball to Miki and scored. So because of this, he gets a 6.5 despite not being great on the goal. Acerbi, it's a 6- because it was the first game after 40 days, so it was not easy at all, but he gave too much space to Giroud, not only on the occasion of the goal, but also in another couple of situations. And also he made a very dangerous fault in the last minute of the first half, just outside the penalty area on Giroud. So that's not ideal. And towards the end of the game, he also made a kind of a foul that was easy to avoid, let's say, on Leao. So all in all, of course, he was not at 100% because of this injury he had, but he had this couple of moments in which he could have done better. So it's a 6- for him, and he finished the game playing on the left. So in this sense, he's also versatile, and I appreciate that, but he has room for improvement. Bastoni 6.5. He was great defensively, but not as not as creative and not proposing himself, not building up many plays as he usually does with any team. So I have to say that he didn't do anything wrong. That's why he gets a 6.5. But I wish he could have done a bit better when it came to building plays forward. Dumfries, A-Train Dumfries gets a 7, a solid 7, because he played really well. He was great on the first goal, as we said, when he went on the flank, and he was also great and even better on the second goal with that cross that basically was an assist for the goal of Thuram. Very strong physically, always dominating Theo, physically and psychologically. So really a great game, and I think that he's in possibly the best shape since he arrived at Inter. So very good A-Train. Thanks for yesterday's performance. It's a 7. Barella 7-. All in all, he was playing well yesterday, but I didn't like the fact that after just 3 minutes, the referee went to him and told him to stay calm, otherwise he would get a yellow card, because he made a couple of fouls that were not right, I think. Yes, you have to have this kind of hunger and Squid Game mentality, but you have to be careful, especially if you're Barella, because we know that you are a bit nervous as a personality, I'm speaking, and so, you know, he could have started a little bit more correctly, I would say, but it's all in all a wonderful game. It's just, you know, I criticize this behavior because you are in the top 30 for the Ballon d'Or, for the Pallone d'Oro, for the Golden Ball, and from a player of this caliber, we expect only the best. But still, you know, 7-. Chala, it's a 7. Also, usually you give more, you show more saves in defense and more creative passes forward. So yesterday you did your job properly, and then you also scored a goal. But Çalhanoğlu is usually even better than this. But it's still a 7. You know, we're talking about a 7 still. And then we come to Mickey. Oh my God. Oh my God, Mickey is an 8.5 yesterday. 8.5 at 34. Best man on the pitch. Because best man and most valuable player or person yesterday was for me Inzaghi, but you were the best man on the pitch with an 8.5. The first goal with that agility, that intelligence, that great positioning. Then you did the 3-1 goal coming from midfield and helping Lauti, who was having many opponents in front of him, yet you came, you helped him, and you scored. And you also made an assist for Fratesi's goal in the end. You were really intelligent in every play you made, and this is really admirable. Physically, you know, you were not dominated at all by anyone, although Milan has a lot of strong players physically, starting with Loftus-Cheek in midfield, but nobody overtook you because you're just more intelligent than them. As simple as that. 8.5 for Pippo Franco Mkhitaryan. Then, after seeing the Sultan of Swing, Chala 7 and Mkhitaryan 8.5, we go to drone delivery Di Marco 7+. Great crosses, including one for Mkhitaryan, who could have scored 3 goals yesterday because it was an easy header, but he didn't push it in. So great crosses, and he also made, of course, the assist for the first goal to Miki. So it's a 7+ for Di Marco. He had cramps in the end and he had to leave the pitch after 1 hour or so. But that hour, wow, how intense and beautiful that hour was. 7+. Thuram. Thuram is an 8. And the goal was just part of this grade, you know, just part of it, because the goal alone was worth an 8, but he also played very intelligently throughout the game. Team playing, that's what he does. In that first goal, he had like half a meter before the end line, and he managed with his speed to free himself up and cross the ball. The second goal speaks for itself. And the dialogues, the movements, it's just a pleasure to watch him. And you know, this player is agile, intelligent, and technically outstanding. And at least 2 of these 3 qualities are missing in our ex-forward player Lukaku. So, you know, it's incredible how easily forgotten that man is, thanks to Marcus. So it's an 8, and it's wonderful to see you play, Marcus. Really, it's a pleasure. Kind of a mix somehow between Lukaku and Eto'o. You're incredible. You're just incredible. Love you. Actually, I would say between Dzeko and Eto'o, because Lukaku, you know, we don't need his qualities or to compare him to our amazing players who are so much better than you. Big Rom, little man. And then we have Lauti 7.5, which is unusual for a striker to get such a grade if you didn't score, and he didn't. But yeah, this amazing key pass for the second goal of Thuram. He had an assist for Miki for our third goal, and then he conquered the penalty with that play in which he anticipated Theo Hernandez. So really valuable for the score, but also again for team playing. Very intelligent, you know, not just shooting when he has space, but thinking about other players' best positioning, coming back and helping the team to create effective dialogues, and just a wonderful captain. 7.5 for Lauti. And then let's go to the substitutions. It's a 6 for Arnautovic. He came in with the right attitude, although he didn't have much impact on the game. Frattesi. I think our bench players could easily get second in Serie A with their own team. You know, we have just incredible substitutions coming in. One of them after Arnautovic was Frattesi, 7.5. Incredible impact on the game in terms of grit. You know, he silenced Krunic on the 4-1 and even scored the 5th goal. I mean, I just love this player because I can see that he's charged, he's energetic. I mean, he's really amazing. And he also, on the 3rd goal, contributed very well with the way he conquered the ball and started the play which led to the 3rd goal. So, I mean, in just a matter of a few minutes, yes, okay, played like half an hour. In half an hour, he really created many difficulties for his opponents in midfield and even scored. So, I mean, what more can you ask? And San Siro brings him luck, yeah? 2 goals with the national team against Ukraine this week, and then these other goals. So, what a week for this! What a week for this guy, and he deserves it because, you know, he's been sitting on the bench, which is unusual for him for the first 3 matches, and now he really got his emotional and factual reward. Carlos Augusto 6+, very nice shot with his right foot as in the first minutes when he came in. And then I wish he was a little bit more, I would say, concentrated on the flank in trying to create opportunities, but you know, it was kind of a game that was already put to sleep, so it makes sense that he would not go all the time towards the end line trying to cross, but managed the ball sometimes and gave it back. So 6+ for Carlos Augusto. Aslani doesn't get a grade because he played too little. Inzaghi, best man in the stadium, not on the pitch, in the stadium, with a 9. Squid Game mentality from minute 1. repeating yourself after winning 4 derbies in a row is really difficult, and never in history Inter won 5 derbies in a row. So he did again something historical. Little time to prepare the game because the players came back the last ones 24, 48 hours before the match. So very little time to prepare the game. Substitutions done in the right moment, in the exact right moment, when it was pouring rain and the physical power of our team was going down a little, and you made the perfect substitutions by adding to the team a lot of physicality with Carlos Augusto, with Arnautovic, and with Frattesi. You know, you're powering up our physical side of things. And so we have these 4 reasons. And for these 4 reasons, Inzaghi, you get a 9. I mean, it's difficult to prepare a game better than what you did. So I can only thank you. I'm so happy that you are our coach, and I really hope you will stay for ages. You have to be our new Sir Alex Ferguson. And by the way, I hope that somebody here in the Italian government thinks about making you Sir as well, because you deserve it. That's all for today's video. Couldn't be more happy. Thanks a lot for watching. Please leave a comment and a like and subscribe, possibly. I would love that. That's it. And as always, my friends, Forza Magica Inter.